I did so much that Surfbirds, who are still going on the net, they gave me my own gallery, and I actually started to sell prints. And the gallery is still in the background, actually, behind Surfbirds. If you put in Paul Hackett Surfbirds gallery, you get this. You see all the rare birds that I got to see, and the price in my old house where I used to live.
There was a few guys at the time that used to sell.
Yeah, they did.
Photos,
but they were really, really narked because they were DSLR boys on film.
Yeah.
And so their images were like 2 or 3 millimeters long. All of a sudden, you've got a Paul Hackett in your face picture of the yellow legs or whatever I saw. And
that's the beauty of Digiscoping. The focal range is much greater.
Yeah, people. If you say to people now, do you know what the range we can get for a scope and a phone or even a camera? And you go, well, we start at 1200 millimeter.
Yeah, that's just nuts, isn't it?
And then we explain that we here at Kowa we have a 1.6 extender, and we actually put that in, and then we can at the top range, even with 2 or 3 times, I'm pushing 5,000 millimeter. It's
just crazy magnification.
I can recall one story when I was in Spain, down near Tarifa, and we went to see Spanish lynx. And we kind of measured this on Google Earth, and my longest distant picture was of a Iberian lynx, and we heard noise and rustle, and it was a zooming magpies kicking off. The lynx came out as a female. She went straight out and up onto this ridge, and she tried to get along this ridge, and I managed to get about 8 frames off, but I was pushing the kit to full 60 times zoom. I think it was 3 times on the camera. So in an actual 6x4, I had her literally that big. But she had one of these tags on that they do in the parks there, the national parks.
So what sort of distance?
It ended up at 1.4 kilometres away. That's my longest identifiable picture and Digiscoping. I like saying that one. And then obviously we moved through the various compact cameras, from the Nikon Coolpix was everybody's.
That was everybody's go-to.
And just to bore you, I'm the only man in the world, I think, that has a museum collection only in my house of every compact camera that was available. I just kept buying them. Samsungs, Sonys, Contacts. I've even been on eBay to get a 1994 Nikon Coolpix 880. It was like these 3/4. So basically the Coolpix was a swivel body with a small screen on, tiny.
That's most Digiscopers use them at the time.
And then I progressed. I think the best compact camera ever has to be the Sony range, the Sony 100. I think they've gone to Mark IV now. Superb kit. And then we hit the world of phones. And then I went to work for Panasonic, and they introduced me to the Micro Four Thirds camera. And like Justin, I have 2 systems. I have the phone system and I have a camera system, and I too have the Panasonic pancake lens.
But your speciality is your phone, No,
I wouldn't say it's a phone. I think the bottom line is I take more pictures because it's always on you. But I'm always thinking when I go out to shoot, which am I going to use? Because I've got both with me. And certain birds and certain landscapes lend themselves. So for me, closeness and also birds running, waders, the camera. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah. And it's much more difficult with a phone to track stuff.
But also, people are now realising that with our good friend Jeff Boots on there at the back, our Carr from America, he is a kind of hit and run man. We have this conversation. We did a talk today, didn't we? The 3 of us, and I wish that could have been. Well, you did record that several years, I believe. God bless you. And we had this conversation about how everybody's got a different attraction to the thing. So we are clearly the 3 of us, the 4 of us, Rob, Jeff, you and myself, we really are into the top end of it. But like the talk I did this morning, I think I stressed to the people this morning at the phone scoping talk, was that get out of it what you want, the level you want to be, your contentment, your happiness level of where you want to be and no more. But I think with today's I've done 3 talks now over the 3 days, and everybody's come to me and said, so the people that were phone scoping said, I didn't know that, I'm going to do that. And then the people who had never done phone scoping, which was most of the audiences that I had over the 3 days, I didn't know it could do this. You've inspired me. I think my uncle's got a scope. I've got a phone. I just got to buy an adapter and I can start, and and stuff like that.
But phone scoping probably is the best way to start off.
It is, because most people will have a scope.
Yeah, they've got the phone.
And the phone and the scope. So all they need to buy is the adapter.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, me and you both know we're Twitchers. Me and Justin are obsessed, confirmed Twitchers. And when we go to some of the Twitchers we see, there is the most expensive scope on the market. The guy's got the most expensive tripod, and he's hand-holding his phone because he won't go in his pocket, he or she, to actually get the adapter. I can't understand this. And they're trying to fumble by doing it handheld. I mean, as I say,
I mean, it can be done handheld, but it's much more stable with an adapter.
Yeah, and the bottom line for me is that each year there's an improvement with the phones and the camera sensors. I mean, I had a young lady here today with an old Samsung phone, 3 years old, and she's got 8K video. So we know that with the cameras we don't have 8K video. And then we had a very interesting talk yesterday with 2 lady editors from Channel 4 News who were telling us that when they're on the hoof and they haven't got a cameraman with them, and she talked about a demonstration in New York, she actually pulled out the phone and shot it on 4K, and then the chief editor was complaining that he had to downgrade it to 1080 because TV is 1080. So I think the phone is way ahead of other things, and I think you can link this too with your type of images you like to get with film, is the fact that the laptops are not up to speed with what the 4K can produce. Well, it's time consuming, and I know it is because I've been in your house. I've seen you do it.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is that the 4K, I was shooting 4K because YouTube, a lot of my stuff goes on YouTube.
Yeah.
And
you can choose 4K on YouTube.
Yeah, that's right. You can choose, but YouTube still compresses.
Yeah, of course.
That's the problem. It still compresses like anything else.
But it's not compressing the willow wobbler, is it? No. On this 4K TV which we have here,
no.
Which is out of shot.
No.
Which obviously makes us happy because we actually get 4K to 4K, both of us. So that's good. And now we've got what comes next. I don't know. I mean, the scopes are improving. The phones are improving, the quality of the cameras are improving. What's it going to be like in 2 or 3 generations? What we're going to be getting out of an iPhone or a Samsung in 3 years?
I think most people are going to be digiscoping with the phones.
I've got to say,
I'm a dinosaur using a microphone there.
We've had this discussion. There's probably about 7 of us in this.
There's not many of us
that use this. But I think year on year, I talk to people. There's more people coming to the talks that want to know about it. So that's encouraging. It's very, very, very encouraging. And then when they come back to the stand, then they want to ask us questions. And us at Kowa, we just, we give them our best.
Well, it makes sense if you're buying a nice scope, and you like photography, just use your phone.
Yeah,
all
it's
you need
really,
is that
really
adapter.
enjoyable. Yeah, I quite enjoy that. People are here in front of us. Do you guys actually use a scope to take pictures at all? Oh, you do? Okay. Yeah. What drew you to it?
Having to lug a very heavy video camera around the world.
All right, so this gentleman just said he's had to lug the video camera around the world and very heavy. So he appreciates the compactness and the lightness of the scope, tripod and thing.
I bought a DSLR with a 500mm lens. Right, I was digiscoping at the time. I bought this lens, bought the camera, never went out with me because I'm a birder as well, and it was too much of a compromise to take the camera and the scope, and I ended up leaving the camera in the house. I think I had the camera about 6 months before I sold the camera and the lens, and just went back to digiscoping and never looked back. Never looked back.
Well, I also think there's a big shift now with us older gentlemen to try and make things more lighter
just
and
speak
compact.
for yourself there, Paul.
Yeah. Definitely carrying stuff. Definitely seen people a move towards a smaller compact scope. Obviously,
Yeah,
at
definitely.
Kowa we have our beautiful 55mm angled or straight scope. There's the plug. Had to be done.
Yeah,
Thank
well, it's
you.
been a really good seller this weekend. The
Oh yes, I
55.
think we've nearly sold out the 55. We actually sold out last year by the Saturday. Lovely compact scope, and I think for me it's now become the benchmark for the small compact scopes. Them are the words I've been hearing.
The great thing is about the 55, it's the same optics in the 55 as the bigger scopes.
Yeah, in other words, we've
really
got the
shows-
fluorite in the 55 that's in here.
I mean, I've just come back from Madeira, as you know, and spent 10 days in Madeira.
You use that 55 sea watching.
I used the 55 sea watching, yeah. And I honestly, I didn't miss having the bigger scope because the performance of that small scope was so good.
It's good.
And the Digiscope with it, film canaries, like 20 feet in front of me.
Yeah.
And the video footage, you cannot tell it's been taken through a small scope.
It's been good.
Yeah.
So we've had quite a journey between us, haven't we?
Yeah.
There's a wealth of experience between
Yeah.
us, I think. I'm reminiscing now, but I just want to wonder where we're going to get to in maybe 1 or 2, 3 years' time with this amazing hobby, which is very, very addictive. I have to say, more people coming on board all the time, and my email is very full of people asking stuff. I tend to find now is I'm not replying on email. I'm giving them my WhatsApp number and have a video conversation for 10 minutes rather than spend the whole night writing them all out. It's pretty good that way. But still enjoying it. I wonder how much more we've got with this. With us doing this, I hope it goes on for a long time because I think nature, just touching on it, nature is good for your mental health. There's no doubt about that.
Very much so. I mean,
and then us being out from dawn to dusk, which we have together, we've been out quite a bit, and actually just enjoying doing. And it's probably one of the best distractions to actually capture part of the day into memories, either with pictures or video. And then, for both our methods, the camera or the mobile phone, and a great way to use it.
I don't know about you, Paul, but during COVID, it was a difficult time for me, not working, being self-employed.
Yeah.
And the salvation for me was, we couldn't go out of our houses, so I spent hours in the garden, looking up in the sky. David Lindo. We had a competition with friends, right, to see who could get the biggest house list during COVID. And for about 3 months, we all spent about 4 hours every morning looking up in the sky, with the scopes.
But it
kept me sane.
And the whole thing, my point is that without this now, this brilliant distraction for me, where I've got the ability, I'm blessed and I'm humbled that I've got the choices to go with friends to places they live.
I think it's the same for a lot of people as well. Like nature's a salvation.
It is a massive salvation, but with the images, you can recollect it, can't you?
That's right.
And I think something like Facebook, where it gives you a memory 1 year on. Oh yeah. I think again the social media has a big thing to do it. It's I look at it as a blessing in a positive way rather than a negative.
And other people like looking at your images, and they like looking at the video content. So you get fulfillment out of actually taking the images, and then same from people enjoying your images. So
okay, so we'll just bring it round now to the end. I think these two old men here have talked enough.
Knees are going.
Yeah, knees are going. So just to round it off, for me, I love this hobby with a passion. I will keep doing it as long as my legs and my driving license allow me. And that's my kind of ending for that. What's yours, Justin?
Well, my ending is I hope that Panasonic keep the microphone system, keep it going. Because it's the only, I don't tend to phone scope like yourself. Yeah. So I just hope they keep making these 4-thirds cameras.
Okay, thank you everybody here for listening. We've appreciated listening to these guys, and take care and safe home.
Yeah, thank you. Cheers.
Bye bye.